libertarians are upset. They don't want people knowing the full story. Because if folks find out the true diabolical nature, but it's too late. I want to tell the thugs that did this, it's too late for you. 10 states are moving to stand against you. More will move. We are going to win this thing with God's help, my friend.
The state of Texas has always had the right to secede from the Union, and if it comes to that right now, that would be the ideal thing for us to do.
It's not a union anymore. It's been hijacked. Publicly, we're under war powers by foreign banks. I appreciate your call. Just keep making the copies, keep getting them out to people, intensify your efforts, get with more people. Just every time you get attacked, say, I put it in God's hands, I expand what I'm doing. You know when you're over the target, when you're getting the flak. Let's talk to Greg in New York. Greg, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Alex. I've got a quick question for you, sir. I just got a letter from the U.S. Department of Justice and FBI. I live up here in a small town in upstate New York. I have my hunting license. We hunt deer, we fish, we do whatever. I went into a local gun shop out here in the middle of nowhere to buy a new Mossberg shotgun, and I had to fill out a form for the FBI. No big deal. I had a DUI back in 1980s. Like I said, I'm 50 years old. I was 20-some years ago.
Yeah.
And I got turned down because of an NICS check.
Yep. They are now...
I can't believe it.
Says,
I'm sorry, Alex, but what it says is your denial indicates that either you or another individual with a similar name and or similar descriptive features has been matched with the following federally prohibitive criteria under Title 18. Alex, I gave them my fingerprints. I had to send that in. They had my driver's license. They had my Social Security number. What type of a profile are they talking about?
No. A lot of people, sir, stay there. A big percentage of gun owners now who don't even have misdemeanors are told this. Then you really become registered, and then you thumbprint that they're getting everybody ready for national registration. Just like the no-fly list. Everybody's basically going to be on the list. I know so many veterans, so many retired cops, famous football players. They can't own guns now. They have no convictions. Doesn't matter. The feds just laugh.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Every 23 seconds, a violent crime is committed. Rapes, robberies, carjackings, assaults. You can find statistics all day long and tell yourself it probably won't happen to you. But those statistics won't mean anything if you become a victim. It's been said the best offense is a good defense. Prepare yourself by visiting www.aaa-safetyfirst.com. Check out the huge selection of pepper sprays, stun guns, self-defense DVDs, personal alarms, home protection supplies, and hidden cameras. If there's a woman in your life, there's a self-defense product right for her. Don't be a victim. Visit www.aaa-safetyfirst.com and use coupon code GCN to receive a huge 10% discount off your order. That's www.aaa-safetyfirst.com or call 719-289-0440. 719-289-0440 today.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden.
This is his M.O.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Are you fed up with all the side effects of chemicals in your shampoos and detergents? Even fragrances can signal some 4,000 separate ingredients.
most of which are synthetic. Hi folks, Alex Jones here. Why not go back to basics and be safe with Cal-Ben Pure Soaps? They're all natural, and you'll save some 85% the money you're spending for your cleaning products now. Marty Schachter founded Cal-Ben Soap Company in 1947 and provided products for health institutions. Now, Cal-Ben soaps are available to you and me. Triple concentrated for all your cleaning needs, from bathing and laundry to dishes, hair, and more. No harsh chemicals, no animal testing. I use them and love them, knowing they're all natural and safe, and I save big time. Call Cal-Ben Pure Soap at 1-800-340-7091. That's 1-800-340-7091. Or log on to 5starsoap.com now for a free catalog. Again, that number, 1-800-340-7091 or 5starsoap.com for all your cleaning needs.
Okay, I'm going to continue with your phone calls here in just a few minutes. You know, I meant to go through this today. It's up on Infowars.com. It's on newsstands everywhere. We are all socialists now. In many ways, our economy already resembles a European one. As boomers age and spending grows, we will become even more French. Ah, yes, Rothschild dominated. And then it goes into how the United States is now socialist, and what a great thing it is. But it's not socialist. It's a parasitic government sitting on top of us, ruling over us, having their way with us. See, government's bankrupt, so its answer is get even bigger and take over even more. And just one facet of the spending bill that passed the Senate, now it's going to go back to the House. Bloomberg reports, this is just so amazing. I covered a lot of it in the first hour. I think I read the whole article. When that restarts in about 25 minutes, you'll want to listen to it. And this is currently in the bill to ration health care. Says health care reform will not be pain-free. Senators should be more accepting of the conditions that come with age. Seniors should be more accepting of the conditions that come with age instead of treating them. You just don't get your stuff treated now under social health care. You like that? Year and a half, 2 years for a brain tumor to be worked on. Medicare now pays for treatments deemed safe and effective. The stimulus bill would change that and apply a cost-effectiveness standard set by the Federal Council. The Federal Council's model after the UK board discussed in Dashiell's book, and it goes on to say, this is what they're saying. You'll have to go blind. It's old folks, you're supposed to go blind. You don't get that surgery. I mean, that's in the bill. We kept telling you people that wanted socialism. It's not even, it's eugenics. It's controlling the way you live and behavior. Well, we kept tabs on you your whole life. You were healthy. You're a good bureaucrat. You're part of the party. You get health care. Just unbelievable. You know, there's a bunch of other news I want to go to, but first let's take a few more calls before I do that. Let's go ahead and talk to who's up next, Mike in Tennessee, or was it Greg? Yeah, it's Mike in Tennessee. You're on the air. Go ahead, Mike.
Good afternoon, Alex. I was listening to your guest earlier with the Gun Owners of America, and I was at the gun show in Germantown, Tennessee, Saturday, and there was an NRA booth, and I walked by and was reading their information. The guy asked if I was a member, and I said no, and he says, well, why not? Don't you support the Second Amendment? And I said, well, yeah, I do, as a matter of fact, and because you're responsible for sponsoring the 1933 and 1968 gun bans, I kind of hold you guys responsible for that. And since you don't support the Second Amendment, it seems like you support mostly hunters, but not people, with the Second Amendment being there for people to bear arms to protect themselves from a corrupt government. That's what you guys are missing, and I wish you'd get on board with us. Well, the guy started yelling at me, and basically one of his friends next to him jumped up and said he was going to kick my tail, but he didn't say tail. And anyway, I thought that was quite interesting. Instead of them being able to debate the question about their sponsorship of these bills, they just went on the attack. Wish I'd had a recorder on me. That was
no, those guys are just making money there. See, I've had a lot of gun shop owners go, Alex, don't tell people the NICS is a registration. It's not. It scares them away.
Yeah.
That's what it is, a registration. It's a registration that you're a gun owner, and how many guns you got. Is it a long arm, a long rifle, shotgun, or handgun?
Are you asking me a question?
No, I mean, I'm telling... So, I mean, what happened when the guy said, "I'm going to kick your butt"?
He told his buddy to go get the head of the organization that was running the show. And, of course, now I was the radio host during the simulcast the day before. He didn't recognize me. And so the guy comes over and says, "What's the matter, Mike?" And I told him what happened and said, "Well, I just mentioned the gun bans, and there's 2 or 3 people listening, and I figured they would either debate me on the issue or they would, not say anything. I didn't think they were going to attack me and threaten to, jump over the counter and kick my butt as they did." He said, "Look, don't listen to those guys. I'm aware of the bans. I'm not a member either of the NRA. Just, they're just paid sponsors."
Well, let me stop here right there. I want to hear more of this. Notice their response was they didn't like your speech. They were going to use authority to stop you from speaking. Remember the articles in Missouri and other states where the state police went on TV and others and said, "If you criticize Obama and tell a lie about him, we're going to arrest you," and they decide what a lie is. Again, and then my listeners didn't believe that till I played the newscast, and the newscast was acting like it was normal and kosher. So, but I mean,